Uzbekistan is investment friendly for several reasons, but here we mentioned some of the main reasons that we thought. The first reason is FDI is part of the government's 5-year strategy. So similar to China or let's say Kazakhstan or some countries, Uzbekistan government also has a 5-year strategy, and the strategy of Uzbekistan government during 2017 and 2021 includes several points such as state and public institution improvement or supremacy of rule of law and etc. And one of the points, one of the priorities of the 5-year strategy is economic development and liberalization. And under this economic development and liberalization, we can see this kind of details. The first one is stable foreign exchange rate. And on this part, government already reformed the foreign exchange market back in 2017 September. And I would say government did it successfully because Uzbekistan used to have dual exchange rates. One was official rate and another is the black market rate. So now the government unified those rates and reformed this market. And since the market reform in 2017 September, foreign exchange has been quite stable, and the FX even appreciated despite the forex volatilities that we are experiencing in several emerging and frontier markets, such as Turkish lira or Russian ruble, or even the currencies of big economies like China. It also depreciated a lot due to the trade war. So despite this volatilities around the world, the local currency has been quite stable for the past 1 year. So this we could say is the successful reform by the government. And another point is the modernization of economy. So, of course, this is another big topic. The Uzbekistan is government is reforming each and every part of the economy, and some of the reforms could be like the change in tax policy or privatization of many state-owned companies and etc. So this could be another topic for future. So we are not going to spend too much time on this. And technology development, yes. So government is trying to bring modern technology in, let's say, manufacturing or also in services industry. For example, in financial sectors, government is planning to develop fintech. And also recently government legalized cryptocurrencies and also passed a law to develop blockchain. So these are the activities of the government for technology development. And as you can see, the FDI promotion and improvement of investment climate is another priority for the government. And private property protection mechanism, tax system improvement, and improvement of banking system and financial markets are also priorities for Uzbekistan government. So another effort by Uzbekistan government to improve the business or investment climate is to improve its ranking in doing business report by the World Bank. So as you can see here, back in 2012, Uzbekistan ranked 166 among almost like 200 countries, which is a really, let's say, the not so satisfactory result. But starting from the reforms, 2016, government significantly improved in the rankings, and now government's ranking is 74 in 2018. Of course, the ranking 74 is also not a very good result, but from this chart, what I would like to show is government made significant improvements after the new government came to the office. And government's target is to reach top 20 by 2022. And yeah, so rankings on doing business is also could be broken down into several categories. And from this chart, we can see that government should still do a lot of work on dealing with construction permits or trading across the borders. But some of the indicators, such as starting a new business, is quite attractive, and we can see significant improvements. And one example that I can give from my own example is that when I was in Uzbekistan to establish the Uzbekistan subsidiary of Annexure Financial Solutions, I experienced this myself. So to set up a company, it only took 2 days, where let's say in China, from my experience, it takes like 2 to 3 weeks. In Hong Kong, I think it also takes 1 to 2 weeks. So that is a big improvement. Even to open a bank account, it only took a half a day in Uzbekistan, whereas in China, let's say it takes around like 2 to 3 weeks. In Hong Kong, well, for the startups, it's quite difficult these days, and it could easily take more than 1 month.